Alright, I'm gonna say some stuff real quick here. Bear with me. Just trying to get my thoughts together off the cuff, and this is gonna have to be really fast because I'm doing a big yard sale tomorrow and I gotta get all this stuff ready to go before dark. But I want to preface this by saying that I'm praying for every single person that's affected on both sides as a person, as a human being. Yes, there's prayers. And I need you to understand, I'm not trying to make anybody upset by saying anything about this. And I just want to point some things out that I've seen in the past and I've now seen again today. I also want to show this channel right here, Jason A. Jason A, he's covering this. You got Mark Dice saying some stuff. You got Christopher Green, AMTV saying some stuff. I need you to go look up Romans chapter 9, 6 through 8. And I need you to understand that I truly believe that I think it's now over 1,100 people. I believe they have unfortunately lost their lives. Ever how many Gazans have lost their lives? I truly believe they have lost their lives. But I need you to understand this really quickly. There's nothing new under the sun. And what we saw in 1990, 1991, when my father, God rest his soul, was laying on his deathbed, and we saw a little girl, people coming out and telling stories. And after 2001, we heard people telling stories of all these horrific things that had happened in these countries. And then we were called conspiracy theorists. And then years later, we were proven right. And I'm telling y'all right now, what I've just heard on this video, and what I've heard Christopher Green talking about, and what I've heard, bless his heart, TJ Morris talking about, and I've heard a few other people talking about, I've heard Jesse from BP Earthwatch talking about, I need you all to see through all the way to the other side of this. Don't hate me for just pointing out things I've seen in the past that have come true, that now I'm hearing things again today on this particular video that it's just red flags. It is absolute red flags, and I need you to understand that. I want you to understand this video is graphic. This video is made to be graphic. And I want you to hear what is being said here. And I also want you to think and consider the fact that shame stream media that we have been fussing about for years now, I want you to understand everybody on the red and blue team both are getting on board. That's why I believe we're being pushed into war, just like we have been in the past. I'm going to play a little bit of this video and let you hear how graphic it is on purpose. And I hope you can understand where I'm coming from here. But these are red flags alerts. We are going to war. What do they do when they want to crash economies? What do they do when economies are crashing because of everything that's been done? They go to war. They always go to war. War is a money-making machine. And now here we are going to war. Like I said, I want to warn you, this is a graphic video. If you don't want to hear horrible, vile, disgusting things, then turn it off right now. But please do your own research and understand what's happening here. Alright, I'm going to play this. Thank you, Jason A. Please, in all fairness, just trying to get the word out.
Different houses, these different communities, babies, their heads cut off. That's what they said. Gunned down, families completely gunned down in their beds. You can see some of these soldiers right now comforting each other. Many of them reserves who jumped into action, leaving their own families behind as well, not knowing the sheer horror that they were about to come to. They say they've never experienced anything like this. This is nothing that anyone could have even imagined when you're walking through here. Baby cribs thrown to the side.
Trey, Charlie Hurt here. Amid all of your amazing reporting, one of the most haunting details was your description of these Hamas terrorists going house to house and finding families cowering in safe rooms. And if they couldn't break down the door to get to the families, they would just light the entire house on fire. Do you have any sense of how many people died that way? And is that a tactic that we've ever seen before?
So the majority of people were killed when these militants entered these communities along the border. This is a tactic that is unheard of in modern warfare, such an extremist way to slaughter innocent people. They beheaded soldiers. They dragged bodies through the streets of Gaza and then captured people to take into the tunnels underneath the Gaza Strip. A lot of this for the propaganda of the group to inflict that fear into the hearts and minds of the Israeli people. And they were able to do that. But what they didn't understand is that by doing that, they would mobilize an entire country against them.
Now, the situation in Gaza is much more complicated. It's almost like a crime scene. The longer Israel waits to be able to conduct those hostage rescues in Gaza, the longer the terrorists have to move around those hostages, which makes it more difficult for our Mossad and our Shin Bet security, our intelligence agencies, to find them. And I believe that you're going to see Israel dial things up and do what they do best, which is selective operations using disguise, using suppress.
Understand the word propaganda. Please, please understand the word propaganda. And do whatever you need to do to pass the word around to anyone who needs to understand. Much love. I gotta make this short because I've got to go get this stuff done. Maybe I'll make something else later. I don't know. Again, thank you, Jason A. It's a World War III alert.